Okay, so you know that feeling, right? When you feel like you're maybe not quite where you thought you'd be.
Yeah, like the plan went out the window.
Exactly. Like the map you had is just useless now. Well, today we're diving into a piece called The Story of the Lost Seed.
Ah, yes. It's got a really interesting perspective on that exact feeling.
It really does.
What's quite cool here, I think, is how it takes this simple image, just a seed stuck between rocks,
Right.
and uses it to talk about something much, much bigger, like how we handle life when it just throws you a curveball.
Yeah, exactly. So this seed, it's not in, like, nice fertile soil. It's wedged,
Yeah.
stuck in this place that seems, well, impossible.
Pretty much doomed from the start, you'd think.
Totally. It feels stuck, yeah, maybe doomed. But then the circumstances, they actually force it to adapt.
Mm.
But in a way, it, or anyone, would never have predicted. So instead of growing straight up,
It goes sideways.
it grows sideways.
And that right there is the kicker, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not really a story about failure.
No.
It's about, like, radical adaptation, this completely different direction, this horizontal growth. That's what ends up making it stand out. You fast forward years later, and hikers are admiring this really unique tree.
Because it grew funny.
Yeah,
Because it took the weird path.
precisely. It defied what everyone, maybe even the seed itself, expected.
Okay. So let's connect this to you listening. Think about those times, when your own plans just went completely sideways.
Well, we've all been there.
Oh, for sure. Maybe a career path changed unexpectedly, or, I don't know, a relationship shifted.
Mm-hmm.
This story seems to suggest that those very detours, the unexpected turns, they can actually be where you develop some really remarkable, unique strengths.
Yeah, it's less about being lost in a bad way.
Right.
And maybe more about discovering these surprising places you end up, the strengths you didn't know you had.
But I wonder, is it always positive, this forced change?
Wow.
I mean, what if growing sideways doesn't lead to hikers admiring you?
That is such a fair question. Really important. The story, yeah, it highlights the potential for these great outcomes, these unexpected wins.
Right.
But you're right, not every deviation leads to fame or external applause. That's just reality.
So then what?
Well, even without that outside validation, think about the act itself. Adapting, finding a way forward when things are tough. That builds something internal, right? Think about the roots that seed had to grow, like clinging onto the rock.
Yeah, super strong, I bet.
Incredibly strong because of the struggle, that internal strength, that resilience. That's a reward in itself, isn't it? Even if no one else sees it.
That makes sense.
Oh.
The source we're looking at, it also
Yeah.
kind of touches on this idea
Yeah.
that feeling off track.
Yeah.
It could actually be like a weird kind of preparation.
Oh, I like that. Like a personalized training montage, as you put it before we started.
Ah, yeah, exactly.
And you often see, don't you, that people who have navigated these really unconventional paths, the ones who've, grown through the cracks, they're often the ones who actually change what the rest of us think is possible.
How so?
Well, they've shown there are other ways to thrive, right? They expand our collective idea of what success, or maybe just fulfillment, can even look like.
Okay, so this is more than just a nice story then. How do we actually use this? The piece has a practical bit, right? An action step.
It does, yeah. It's pretty straightforward, actually. It suggests finding just one small thing, one thing you can do today
Okay.
that feels genuinely, authentically you, like really true to yourself, regardless of what anyone else might think or expect.
One small thing.
What's really powerful about that, I think, is the focus on tuning inwards, listening to your own authenticity, and then taking a step, no matter how tiny, in that direction.
The source calls it your first root breaking through.
Exactly. That's the image. It's this tangible act of your unique self starting to, like, push through, assert itself.
It might be tiny, maybe even feel a bit scary, because it's not the main road.
Probably not. But it's a step guided by your internal compass, not someone else's map.
Right.
So maybe as you go about your day, you could try reframing those moments. When you feel lost or off course,
Yep.
they might just be the exact conditions you need for your own unique, resilient kind of growth. Remember those folks who grew through challenges? They often change the game for everyone.
So think about that one small, authentic action, your first root breaking through. Great stuff. Thanks for this deep dive.
My pleasure.
Talk to you soon.